want to show you how to do a really cool piece of work by a surrealist artist called RENE Magritte. So I'm just going to show you roughly what he did. He was really, really awesome at doing things which were quite witty, quite funny, and kind of provoking, so it made you think, oh, what's that? So he painted paintings that were surreal, so they're a little bit like Salvador Dali. They don't really make much sense, but they challenge your mind, so they make you think, oh, that's strange. So he was from Belgium. He was an artist from Belgium, and he was born 1898 and he died 1967. So he's not alive anymore, but I want to show you a few of his images because they're really interesting. I really like them. And we're going to draw the one with the bowler hat, which is quite well known, with the apple in the face. So we've got one where it's a bowler hat. He's painted this one. And it's a dove, I believe, in his face. So it's quite unusual because you wouldn't generally see that, really, would you? You might see them flying past you, but not in your face necessarily. Then we've got lots of people raining. It's just quite cool. Past houses in the sky. This is the one we're doing today because it's quite a famous one. So I thought it might be quite nice to do this one. And then this one's really interesting. I really like this one. You've got like an easel like the one I've got, and someone's painted a picture of the sea, but it becomes part of the background, which is the picture of the sea as well. If you want to look at it more, just pause the video because it's really interesting. And then this is him. Ta-da! So he's painted people behind him in suits and it's raining like the one I showed you. So this is the one that we are doing today. So it's quite easy to do, I think, and it's just quite interesting to do. So let's go. We're going to do a portrait piece of paper up this way, and we want a pencil. So the first thing you need to do is let's draw the face. So think about what a face looks like. We're just going to do this bit of the face. So think about that bit of the face. We don't worry about the top of the hat at the moment. So this bit of the face, and then we're going to do a line. So I'm really going to rub some of this out, so don't worry. And then this is going to become like a bowler hat thing. So we just join that up. And then in the face, we're going to do a big, big apple. So think about a real big circle. And the apple's got probably some shininess on it. So we've got a big apple in his face, a little bit like the dove that was in his face. And then from the apple, we're going to do a stalk. And we want to do some leaves coming off it. So however you want to draw your leaves, it doesn't matter. I'm going to draw a leaf coming out there, a leaf there. So normally there's 4 leaves in the picture for some reason. And whatever is inside the leaves, we're going to rub out. So just rub out whatever goes inside those leaves. We don't need those anymore. Okay, so now we want the bowler hat. So think about quite high up, starts from the face. So we're going to go up, 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 rainbow, down. So it's quite a high bowler hat and you want it to be quite straight. Mine's a little bit wobbly because I'm drawing it from the side. So you want the ribbon that goes round it and try and get it as neat as you can. As I say, mine's a little bit wobbly because I wasn't looking when I did it. I was doing it from the side. So try and get it straight if you can. It's not an issue if you don't. Because it's surrealist art, it doesn't have to look realistic, so it's okay. Right, now you want to do the, you don't really have to draw much of his face because everything's hidden, but you might just want to draw the neck bit. So you're going to have a neck there, and it's going to go out and down. So out and down. Now it should be roughly the same, but if not, doesn't matter, it's fine. And then what you want to do is do a V. So you're going to touch the top and go. So it's like a big V. And then inside the V, you're going to go. And then you're going to just join that up. Because it's like his shirt. I'm going too fast, just pause the video, like, subscribe and share if you can, because that would be awesome to get some subscribers. And then you're going to do it down here. So you're going to create like a diamond shape, and then there's his tie. Now, once you've done that, we're going to do just touch about there and go, it's like a zigzaggy, and you go there. We want a line straight down. So this is like the bit of his suit. So if your parents go, I don't know, in an office, if they work in an office and they've got a suit, normally it would have a shirt, a tie and a suit. I don't work in an office, so I don't really have to wear a suit. So we're just going to do zigzaggy again and then join it up. And then what you might want to do is do some buttons. So maybe 2 buttons is fine. Now to make it look like a suit, I just want to go, so what I did is I just touched there, just because that's where his arms are. Then we want to do a line in the back, so when you do a line, just float, 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 which means you can come across the other line. Do a line, float, 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 another line. Because sometimes the lines get a bit wonky if you don't know where they are. Now, we don't have to do the sky, we don't have to do anything exactly like the picture. We don't have to do that. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to think about, he's got some ears, hasn't he? So we're going to put the ears on. Now if you think about his face, let's have a look. He's got a lot of shadow there and he's got an eye in there. But I'd probably leave it. I probably wouldn't add it on. I think he's got... maybe like that bit there. So let's colour him in. So his skin looks quite orangey, doesn't it? Let's do a bit of a light orange, shall we? So we're just going to colour his face light orange. Because it's a surreal picture, we could colour it any colour you like. Just, it looks quite nice when we keep colours that are bright. So... bit like Salvador Dali in my other videos. He likes to make things look unusual and not normal, like not what you'd see in an everyday life. I'm going to get green and do the apple. Good thing about doing a 3D apple is I'm going to do a different green there and a darker green at the bottom, and I'm going to colour the two with my finger. So I'm going to smudge it, because then it looks like a 3D apple. It looks quite funky, doesn't it? The leaves, I guess we could do a different colour, you know. There we are. You could outline the leaves if you like at the end. Now his hat's really dark, so we could do like a black. You don't have to do black, you could do a brown if you want, but I'm trying to copy some of his colours. He's got this like band on his hat, but I don't think we need to add that in really. And his whole suit's dark, but we could maybe do that at the end because we don't want to get too messy. Because the moment I do black, my fingers get super messy. So I'm smudging that. Obviously you can do this in paint, you can do it in anything. But I've chosen chalks because I absolutely love chalks. Now we're doing it, got a red tie, but his actual shirt is white. So we're just going to get a grey. Because anything that's white, if you outline it in grey, it just looks like it's more white but 3D. Let's give that a go. And then you want a cool red for the tie. So pause the video if you need to, because I am going a bit fast, aren't I? But pause the video whenever you need to. So what you want to do is just make sure you've got some really cool colours going on there. I would say his suit is, I mean it's black, but it's not all black. It's got some tone to it, so I'm going to outline. I'm going to outline it so we can smudge it at some point. Okay, can you see that I'm kind of roughly colouring it in? I don't want to colour the whole thing in because I want the suit to look like it's got a bit of body in it, which means not all one flat colour. I'm using my whole hand, but I need you to use your one finger if possible, because your piece of paper is going to be smaller, isn't it? And it can get super messy otherwise. Yeah, I love that. I love the way it's got a lot of energy in there. Okay, what I like about his picture is if you look at it, it's got some kind of really nice, it's got a bright wall about there. Using a little bit of orange there. And then I'm going to do a grey. So you can swap colours, you don't have to do these colours. What I love the most is this blue. It's like, he seems to do a lot of sky and a lot of sea in these pictures of surrealism, and I think it's because it makes it look quite bright. Because if you look at Salvador Dali, he used a lot of sky, a lot of blue. Looked really nice. Now he's got a cloudy sky, which I kind of think would look nice if we did like a pink background. You could do a sunset. You could so do a sunset. I'm kind of tempted to, do you know what, I'll copy this one, but I think it's nice to do a sunset. I'll do this though in case you want it to be a copy of that artist's piece of work. So I'm just doing grey, I'm holding it on its side. I'm just kind of adding the clouds. Let's have a look, there's a little bit of yellow in the clouds, not too much. And then you've got a little bit of blue. Most of the sky is kind of dreary, isn't it? And then we're just going to smudge a little bit. So a lot of the sky is going to be white near here. But as I say, do a sunset if you can. Might make the picture look slightly more fun, because at the moment, the original, it looks nice, but there's something quite, it doesn't look that happy or that positive. And it's nice to do a picture that when you look at it, you think, oh, I feel really happy looking at it. Okay, so that is literally my Rene Magritte man with the bowler hat. And you could outline stuff if you like, so you know with the face, because it's orange, the face, you could get a darker orange and outline the ears. I would outline the leaves of the apple. And if the apple looks too dark, you could just put a bit of yellow over it, just to lighten it up a little bit if you want. So you could work on this for hours. You could go over it, you could add things, whatever you want to add really. It looked kind of cool actually to have umbrellas in the background. Oh, I like that. I like the idea of an umbrella. You could have an umbrella, an umbrella, an umbrella. You could make your own surreal picture, which means isn't real, it's surreal. It's like dreamlike almost, unrealistic. You could do your own background, create your own thing. That would look lovely. I'm just thinking about the red. I'd get a dark red and outline the tie, because when you outline the colour that it is, it looks cool. Say like this is blue, you could get a darker blue to do the line, and it just looks nice. It looks like you've kind of framed things, so it looks kind of cool. So have a bit of fun with that, sign it at the bottom. There's your Rene Magritte surreal artwork, and have a bit of fun with that, and I'll see you soon.